It's time for the next episode of The Pests That Want to Nest and Rest. A woman sent this message to me and I read it and I was like, yes, this would go perfect for an episode. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is what she says. She says, first off, I love your YouTube channel. I have some stories that combine pest and nest, men not cultivating relationships, and outcomes of women reinforcing patriarchy to create Georges. I like to share one with you. Me and my older brother are 10 years apart. He was and still is the golden child at 47. Growing up, it was he is the prince, I am the peasant. He never did any chores, had all the freedom in the world to come and go as he pleased, overnight guests with women, no curfew, etc. Never had to pay rent, utilities, buy food, things for the house as an adult with a full-time job. Starting at 7 years old, I was expected to clean the house, all the house chores, and learn to cook. By 12, I was cooking for the whole house. By 16, I had to help pay utilities, buy my own food, which he stole, and anything else I needed growing up. He had a kid while I was in high school, and he expected me to watch him every other Saturday night on his custody time so he could go out. When I was 19, he moved out and wanted me to move in with him. His deal was it would be 50-50 with bills, expected me to do all the cooking and cleaning since he didn't know how, and the kicker was he could have overnight guests and I couldn't. He got mad when I declined, got one of his friends as a roommate, and got evicted in 7 months for non-payment of rent. Lord, y'all, parents do not understand what happens when they do not instill life skills in boys. This is what happens. Okay, so she says, I'll skip all the in between details, but here's the result of his upbringing. He has 4 children by different women. He never learned to adult, so he is always moving from place to place, doesn't know how to pay bills on his own. Lord, thinks using the air fryer for frozen meals is gourmet cooking, lives with my mother, but can't be bothered to do anything around the house. Her neighbors come to take out the trash. Throws tantrums whenever he doesn't get his way. I had to pay rent after high school, be in the house when the streetlights came on until 18, except for being at work until 9:30. Buy things for the house, everything else I was doing before adulthood. So girls are like, it's hammered into us how to do chores and be an adult as children. These boys get to be children throughout adulthood. It is wild. And yet, as an adult, I couldn't let a boy or man in my room, always in the family room. I was always told to look after my brother as adults by everyone in my family. I'm begging my mother to put him out because he doesn't help her around the house. I told her his plan was to wait for her to die and me and him to share the house. He wants to live with me, so I will take care of him. And because he can't afford it alone, he says this when she isn't around, even went as far as to steal her driver's license and try to take out a life insurance policy on her. His reasoning was because he thought me being her power of attorney meant I inherit everything. So stupid. And he wanted something to show, and he wanted something to show for when she dies. These XYs are frustrating. I have more stories if you would like to hear them. Have a great day and keep spreading the information that you do. You go, girl. Yes, like I said, as I read it the first time through, I was like, this is absolutely perfect. This man is almost 50 years old, and doesn't know how to pay his own bills. I remember I left my mother's house. At 18, right after high school, right after I graduated. And one of the things that I remember most is always pay your rent. Always pay your rent on time. I remember that, and that is more than 20 years ago. I cannot imagine being an adult on my own and not having the basics down for making sure that I have shelter. And this dude is 47 years old with 4 children. Imagine what he is able to even remotely teach his own children. He will forever be a parasite because he does not know how to cook or clean. So he has to consistently look for a new host to take her time, energy, resources, and knowledge on how to live. That's why he is now living with his mother. He is not cultivating relationships with the women that he has had in his life. And I doubt that he is creating relationships with his children. Obviously, from what this sister is telling us, he's not cultivating relationships with her. And hopefully, this young woman opts out of doing anything further for this person. I can't even really call him a man. Well, we'll just call him the pest that he is, because that's what he does. He is sucking the energy, the time, energy, and resources from other people because he is incapable of providing it for himself. Hopefully, the parents that still have boy children in their home right now are are hearing these videos, are seeing these videos, and recognizing, yes, I need to take my children, all of my children, into the kitchen. Yes, I need to give some basic money management skills to my children. Yes, I need to teach them how to do X, Y, and Z, because you do not want to have more miniature Georges running around, because these people will end up in the old man Mojo Dojo Casa House, because that is exactly where they're going to be. Because, ladies, this is not our problem. Unless, I mean, as you know, just women walking around. If you did not birth these people, this is not your problem. Walk away. If a man does not know how to cook, clean, pay his own bills, all that, run. Do not give him your time, energy, or resources. Run. Okay, if you guys have any stories for me, go ahead, drop a comment, let me know, and we will continue, because we need to be creating hard boundaries. No more, no more filling in the gap for what these men are missing out on, unless you are making money off of it. Actually, before I get out of here, let's talk about the money making we could do off of these people that never learn how to properly adult. And y'all need to be charging a premium for these people that cannot properly adult. There needs to be home ec for old men, home ec for middle-aged men that don't know how to make basic meals. There needs to be, like, how do you create a chore calendar? How do you pay your bills on time? How do you, there needs to be something like this. Women, we need to be capitalizing on this. Don't go to any of these people's houses and just start cleaning. There needs to be a premium. Tax them. Make your money, sis. Let's make our money at these old man Mojo Dojo Casa houses. Yes, because their money needs to go into our pockets. You guys, go ahead and chime in your business ideas. And if you have any comments of your own with your experiences, like, comment, share.